Hello everyone, warm welcome to your decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. And today the article that we are going to decode is Are You a Smart Borrower? This is right there as a cover story on this week's ET Wealth newspaper. I am not paid by ET Wealth to do this decoding. I read ET Wealth for every week and I've been reading it for many years, I think a decade now. And for the interest of investors, I bring this decoding in. It is critical that we engage ourselves. We create an environment inside of which we are reading about finance, investments every day, week after week. So inside of this commitment to help you build a habit around reading, around personal finances, investments, wealth creation, this is an initiative. So like I said, today we are decoding the cover story. Are you a smart borrower? ET Wealth says, don't get lured by low rates and convenient repayment options. Here's what you must know before taking a loan. So that's the conversation we're going to have today. Kaveri, yes, you're eager to hear this. Let's begin. Good morning, Veena, Puneet. Puneet, so good to see you after a long time. Welcome, warm welcome, my people. So I'm starting straight on. So ET Wealth says that what should be your loan to income ratio? What should be your loan to income ratio? Up to 20% it says is comfortable. 20 to 40% is be cautious. 40 to 50% is under stress. And over 50% is alarming. What does this mean? 50% of your income going as your loan's EMI is alarming. So it says up to 20% is comfortable and 20 to 40% is cautious. And I believe up to 30% is good enough. Right? Sorry. So up to 30% is good enough. Not more than 30% of your income going as EMI of loan. Doesn't sound great. Okay? It will put you under stress. It will make your life difficult. Another one it's talking about is how big should be your EMI. It says home loan should not be more than 40% of your net income. I'm repeating it. It says home loan should not be more than 40% of your net income. Car loan, maximum 15% of your net income. It should not be more than 15% of your net income. Personal loan should not be more than 10% of your net income. And all these debt repayments should not exceed 50% of your net post-tax income. So if you look at it, maximum if you add 40% of your income going as loan, 15% as car loan, which is 55%, this is the max percentage, and 10%, 65% of your money going in home loan, car loan, personal loan, EMI, shouldn't be this way. This is the max percentage they've said. They're also saying it should not exceed 50%, but I really think that your personal loan should be zero. Okay? It should be zero, and if you have personal loans, you got to pay them off with velocity, given the huge rates of interest that they charge. The second loan that has to be repaid with velocity, if you have it, is car loan. Else, best only take a car loan when you have the money for it. Sorry, only buy a car when you have the money for it. Best is don't take a car on loan. Yes, you can save on taxes, right? If you run a business, then the car can come in as an asset of the business and depreciation can be taken off. Well, that is when you are in a high tax bracket and you want to use the methods to save tax. Rest car loan doesn't work, doesn't help. Yes, home loan we all can take. Also, you get additional benefits, tax benefits with home loans, right? Because you get to be covered additionally for 2 lakh rupees of the interest that you pay off. So there are these huge benefits with home loan, and also you end up building an asset which is growing. Well, property has not been growing much over the last 10 years now. But property cycles are long, and property is known as one of the top ways to create wealth. So yes, home loan does make sense if you're up to wealth creation, and at this stage of the property cycle, the property market cycle, it makes sense to buy just a property that you need to live into. And we now have 2 experts right here at Women on Wealth to guide you, to guide you with the full process on how to buy a property. This is an unorganized market, and women especially, you will not find many of them buying into property. And over time at Women on Wealth, the future we are creating is, can we build a township where all the properties are just bought by women only? This changes the face of India, right? This brings about physical demonstration of wealth by women in our country. So that's a future that we build into, and we do believe that in today's property market cycle, it does make sense if a woman wants to buy a property that she wants to live into at least for the next 10 years. So, well, that's the second conversation that I'm picking from the ED Wealth. Nishtha, Meher, Prerna, Usha, Sharda, Sneha, Seema, Kavneet. Good morning, my people. And Nishtha, I love the hearts you sent in. Keep them coming. Let this community be all about love, and let finance be all about love. There are a lot of emotions connected with money, isn't it, everybody? Thank you for sending in all those hearts and thumbs up that you guys are sending right now. Okay, coming now to the third conversation inside of the ET Wealth newspaper. How to end a 20-year loan in 10 years' time. So it's saying, let's say you took a loan of 50 lakh rupees, and this is at a 7% rate of interest for 20 years. And say your EMI right now is 38,765. So EMI is your monthly installment that you will pay to the bank or NBFC where you've taken the loan. So say it is 38,765 rupees per month. Now if you increase your EMI by 10% every year, the loan ends in 9 years and 11 months. The interest paid becomes 23.36 lakh. Now if you delay this and you increase your EMI just by 5% year on year, then the loan ends in 12 years and 6 months. And look at the interest, it goes up by over 5 lakh rupees. The interest paid then becomes 28.71 lakh rupees. Now, if you keep the EMI constant and you pay the loan off only in 20 years' time, you pay a whooping interest of 43.03 lakhs. So, on a loan that you took of 50 lakh rupees, a home loan you took of 50 lakh rupees, if you do not pay it with velocity and you keep it as constant, the EMI is constant at 38,765 per month. In 20 years' time, you've paid an interest of 43.03 lakh rupees. So think about it. The property now is 93.03 lakh rupees. So now, when I'm saying yes, home loan is a good loan, we can take it and we build an asset with it, something that grows over time. And also for many of us women, having our own home is personal security, financial security. However, not prepaying the loan, not reducing the period of the loan doesn't help. It comes in the way of you reaching your financial goals with velocity. So yes, you can start with a loan, but I'm not saying that you persist with the loan. You got to pay it off with velocity and make sure that you move towards your goals with velocity. And having loans is not the best way to persist with. Usha is saying this is the best part I liked in ET Wealth. How to reduce the EMI? Yes. How to really end a loan with velocity by increasing your EMI and making sure you're debt free. Is there a penalty that the bank puts if we change the EMI every year? Yes. So there is a prepayment charge that they take. Not much happens when you change the EMI year on year, but yes, if you are prepaying, let's say you've been collecting money and you prepay the loan, then yes, the bank does charge you money. Okay, let's go. Now I'm talking about the interest rates of different kinds of loans. On credit cards, okay, the loans charge 36 to 40%. Think about it, guys. If you have pens and papers or if you want to bring them in, just start writing. Personal loans charge 12 to 18%. Auto loans, so car loans, vehicle loans, cost you 10 to 14%. Loans against insurance policies cost you 10.25 to 14%. Loans against securities cost you 8 to 12%. Education loans cost you 8.5 to 10%. Loans against properties cost you 7.5 to 10.5%. And home loans 7 to 8%. So if you notice, credit cards are the most expensive, the cards that we use often, and we may want to stop using them if we don't know how to collect the bonuses and the points from it. Sheetal, one of our Women on Wealth core team members, is exceptionally smart in using credit cards. She funded her flight from Delhi to Japan and back with those credit card points that she had collected over years, because she was clear about her goal of this trip to Japan, and it was a long trip that she took. And if you notice, guys, the most two expenses, okay, if your goal is traveling, is air tickets and hotel stay. She took care of both of them very, very smartly. So she runs this workshop called How You Can Travel Without a Financial Hangover. And if you want this workshop because you want to travel the world and you want to be smart with your finances, just DM us, reach out to us. We would love to run this workshop yet again and support you, because now travel has opened and I think each woman needs to upskill in this area. I'm repeating it, how to travel without a financial hangover. That's the theme coming up. Okay. Another conversation, that ET Wealth is having here is do not borrow because you can afford it. Now, I keep receiving these calls and messages from the banks that my pre-approved loan is so much. Pre-approved loan is like, I don't have to submit my papers, nothing. Just by seeing my transactions, They are saying this is the kind of loan that's already approved for me. And now if I add to it my, returns, the income tax returns, the income taxes that I've paid, if I add to that my statements, then yes, the loan I will get is much higher. I can afford it. I can afford to pay the EMI for it. But do I want to come under the pressure of loans? I don't want to take that pressure. I don't want to, take a loan today thinking of the future income. No, that's not my style. I'm clear about it. So even if I have the affordability for it, I don't borrow it. I only take cars and homes and everything, that I want to buy on full payment. Only if I can afford to pay in full, I buy it. Otherwise, I don't. The kind of house I live in, I can take a loan and buy a bigger house. But whom am I trying to impress? There's nobody to impress. My parents anyways love me. My husband anyways loves me. And my siblings, they, I live in their hearts. Do I want to impress my friends? Well, they already know who I am, what I stand for. My community already knows what I stand for. And yeah, this, unnecessary material demonstration of my wealth under the pressure of loan doesn't make sense to me. So I'm connecting this just from my life so that, you can see if there's even one idea that connects with you and take advantage from there. Like I always say, if you can even take this one idea and implement in your life today, this life was worth it. Okay, self-satisfaction, Usha. Yes, absolutely. Yes, Prerna, foreclosure charges. Absolutely. So some of the other pointers that ET Wealth is talking about is don't borrow to invest your money. That's not the way to do it. Invest the money that you can save, pay the loans off. If you don't have the retirement fund built, then the loan repayment, the debt repayment, the building up of the retirement fund, managing of the expenses, outgoings, incomings, all has to happen together. This is all part of you building your financial security. Kaveri, yes, best to never get into debt in the first place if you can. Yeah, let's avoid it. Let's be a debt-free community. Anyways, we have a track record that women who walked in with debt in the Money Gym course and persisted in the community, they paid off their debt with velocity. 99% of our community is debt-free. I'm very, very happy to report this, and I would like to repeat this because this is my pride. 99% of the Women on Wealth community is debt-free. Next point that ET Wealth is talking about is take insurance to cover loans. So if you have a loan, make sure you have an insurance cover to take care of it. Mostly banks give it, right? Mostly banks help you cover your loans because they want to really cover their own selves up. Nishta is saying, true, don't impress random people. Just be content. Yes. Prerna is saying, I love my community, and we love you, Prerna. We absolutely love you. We respect, love, adore each woman who is taking care, who is taking charge and is now walking this path of wealth creation for women. It's not heard of. Our world has not watched it really closely. And I would like to see this happening before I die, like I always say. Got that, Nishta? Thank you. Don't dip into your retirement kitty to pay off the loan. That's not the way forward. Yeah. Retirement is separate, and don't run for your child's higher education like I always say. If you don't have your retirement fund built, save yourself first. The child can always take a loan and become far more financially responsible with that loan. Just yesterday this one woman wrote to me I'm not taking her name intentionally, and she's in Delhi NCR, and she said that, her son, she sent him abroad. She and her husband, they sent him abroad. He's now not doing well in his exams, and he's been lying, and she found out about it, and they've been paying off, this huge tuition fee, the university fee, and she's been wondering now what to do, how to take care of him and her own self financially, their own selves, the three of them. And I always think that it makes sense to take an education loan. Makes the child far more responsible. Even if you can afford to pay off the entire child's higher education, don't do it. It helps when you make the child financially conscious right from the very beginning, and you let him or her take a loan. Contributes that way. Ishita, you're definitely attending the travel workshop. Brilliant. So we are bringing it right in then. Kaveri, you're so proud. Usha is saying, I would have given some time for myself before getting into debt if Women on Wealth happened to me in the last year. But it's never late. I'm going to be out of this peacefully. Yes, Usha. We're going to march together towards your freedom from debt, and each one of us moving towards financial freedom. We are better together, and we're together in this. No doubt. Diksha, good morning. Ishita is saying, I like the idea of the child taking an education loan. It's a good way of having your children own up to their responsibilities. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go for it, Ishita. Everybody, please start typing what are you taking away and start sharing the video. I'm sure this video can help a lot of people around us. So go ahead, share the video, make a difference to people around you. One of the ways to make a difference to people around you is keep sharing with them what your life is like, how you're benefiting from doing different things. One of those things for you could be Women on Wealth. For me, I just keep sharing all that I keep doing, and people keep taking advantage. And, that's how I would like people to leverage me. So, just see how you would want people to leverage you. I think it really makes sense that if you're taking even a little bit of an idea or an advantage from some place, pass it on. Let people know. Diksha, thank you for sharing the video. Thank you. Where do you share the videos? Just do share that also. Are you sharing it on your timeline, stories, any of the Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups? How are you spreading the word? And what's the intent? Like, are you really talking with people around you? Letting them know, I think, sometimes we got to push for women's financial progress. And that pushing can come with conversations. Because otherwise women will not take charge if we don't push. So I would like to know if you guys are pushing, because this world will be different with some push initially until it catches fire. Veena, thank you for sharing on your timeline. Means the world to me. Thank you. Making this a part of your daily life, like I always say, means the world to me. Who else is sharing the video? Start typing what you're taking away, guys. Allow me to know how you are benefiting. I'm waiting. Prerna is sharing, be debt free as much as possible. I spend for myself and my happiness, not impressing anyone. Children need to take charge of their responsibility to an extent, not serving everything on a platter. Sure, Prerna, got that. Prerna is saying she's sharing it in her friends and family groups. Veena is saying watching it in the go, traveling today, but could not miss the live session. Got that, Veena? Talks about your commitment to your money life. The more skills we build, the more wealth we build. The wealth we have is directly proportional to the skills we have. Thank you. Thank you for really taking charge, Veena. And everybody, thank you for attending. I'm closing this live with loads of love and power for each one of you. I'll come back now on Thursday with the Investment Mastery series. So stay tuned and join me live on your Women on Wealth Facebook page. Loads of love, take charge, stay safe, and keep growing financially. Bye-bye.